Hi everyone, and welcome to Power Plays. I'm Harry, and this is my 2-point hospital room guide. So today we're going to be going through the training room. So the training room is one of the most staple rooms that you're putting in most of your hospitals, one of the first rooms you're going to be building, and you're going to be using it to get your staff trained in the exact skills you want them to, hopefully specializing staff and making them the most efficient staff that they can be. This is going to help you diagnose patients quicker, this is going to help you get your cure rate up, and just lead to an all-round better hospital. Now the problem is with training is that whilst they're in the training room, they're not on the floor, they're not curing patients, they're not diagnosing patients. So it can create queues, it can create holdups. So what you want is a training room that gets staff trained and out the door as quickly as possible, back onto the floor, showing off those new skills that they've just learnt. So there are 2 training rooms that I'm going to show you today. We're going to go through the minimum requirement room, as we always do, which is a 3x3. Let me just put one of those down just so I can show you. So a 3x3, and we're going to show you my preferred 4x3. And again, just gonna put this down just so we can stop and talk. So in both of these rooms, I'm gonna be showing you how to get your training speed up as quickly as possible, but also how to have room for 3 staff to be trained. Now, you can build massive rooms and put as many seats down as possible so you could train 10 staff at any one time. But how often are you gonna have 10 staff to train all in one go? And why would you want those 10 staff off the floor all in one go? Really, how big are your hospitals? So I find that I commonly train 1 staff. Occasionally I'm going to train 2 staff at one go. I would prefer to train 2 staff in one go just to make it a bit more efficient, just so I'm not wasting kind of say 30 days in one and then another 30 days, so a total of 60 days, rather than just doing 30 days, two trained staff, out the door, go. And then really occasionally I'll do the 3rd. So that's why I'm going to be showing you how to do it with 3. So let's just start off with the lectern. So the lectern, we want to put it as close to this top left corner as possible. And then we're going to put 3 training desks. So the 3 training desks for the 3x3 are going to be just here, so right in line with that grid. So you can see it's bang on the line. And as you'll see with the 4x3, we're going to be placing them in the exact same place. So that in the top left hand corner, and then these chairs, just it's a different grid line, but you can see it is bang on this grid line. Now I'll show you the 4x3 first, because it is my favourite and I want you guys to use this one where possible. And we're going to be putting brain anatomy posters out all over the walls. Now this is something that you do have to unlock with kudos points. It's not that many kudos points, so definitely worth it. And what it does is it boosts training speed by 1%. So in these in this 4x3 we can fit quite a few, so just make sure that you're like I haven't done there. It's just pushing it as close to the lecturer as possible, because you can actually fit a nice 3 in here, just there, yeah. And then let's keep going along this wall. They do have to have a tiny gap between them, so don't worry, don't try and lose your marbles trying to push them as close together as possible. We can only fit 2 together on this wall, but we can get a few more here. And unfortunately, you actually can't start making them or put them on the wall when it gets too close to the lecturer. So here we can't put, we would have had the space to fit another 2, but unfortunately we cannot. So you can see already that's going to give us, so we got 22 posters in here, and that's going to give us a 22% boost to our training speed. So the next thing is going to be the Encyclopedia Bookcase 2. Now this is something that you unlock at Mitten University. and it's going to give us a 4% training boost. 4% training speed boost, that is. And they're rather expensive. So this training room is going to be a very expensive room. Now, you can lower the cost by just putting a few less encyclopedia bookcases in here, but I'm going to show you how to maximize the space and put in as many as possible. So you can see we've already hit a prestige room level 5, which is great. And we're going to be absolutely hammering them through. I can't put one there because that blocks off the desk. Now these rooms aren't going to be they're not going to look the prettiest. They're going to look very stacked. They're also going to, the staff are going to be a bit gingerly moving in and out of them because there's not going to be that much space. But what we are going to do is we're just going to, we can put one more. Can we fit one more? I think that's going to be a lot. What we can fit in though is a little radiator, so you can put it alongside here, alongside this electric, so that's going to fit all of your temperature needs. Obviously if you've got a hospital that has a high temperature, then make sure that you're not putting in a radiator and you're putting in a air conditioner. So we can fit one more in here, and as you can see, pretty much everywhere we go, we're going to be maxing out our space. But what that does do is that's going to give us an additional 92% training speed. So overall for this room, our training speed is going to be 114%. That is going to get staff so quickly in and out of there. It's going to, for most staff, it's going to take, unless they've got the stupid trait, it's going to take them under 30 days. Training them in under a month, get them out the door. For quite a lot of staff, especially if you're, say if you're paying to get them taught, so it's got the 165% boost, or if you've got a staff member that has the teacher trait, you're going to be getting staff out here in 10, 15 days. It is rapid. And that's why this is my preferred room. It is a 4x3, yes, a bit extra space, but if you think just for that extra line here, you get so much more training speed, and it's definitely worth it. So if you still want to do the minimum requirement room, you still need to get your posters out. So obviously we're not going to have as many posters just because it's a slightly smaller room. Oh, but still make sure you're lining them up, maximizing as many as you can get on. Again, we can only fit 2 on this wall, so don't worry about them being too close. And we can get a couple more on here, but again, can't fit any more over there. Now, we can't fit a radiator here anymore, but we can just sneak one this way around instead. And then to the encyclopedia bookcases. So we can fit 3 along that wall, as we already know. And we can't, though, fit the 3 here. So what you can either do is you can put one this way and this way. You can move that closer if you want, or just have it there, or you could just put the single one there. Obviously we will maximize our space, so we're going to put the 2 there, and you'll see why I placed those desk chairs exactly where they were, because you can just squeeze in a bookcase there. So as you can see, we can't really fit any more in. Anywhere we go, we're going to be just filling that space. We can get one sneakily put in there. That gets our prestige to level 5. And what we have here is a pretty handy room. So we got 13 bookcases in here. So that is going to boost our training speed by 52%. So with the 18 posters we could fit in, that's going to have the total of 70%. So that's slightly less than the 114 we've got in the other room. So it's going to be 44% less training speed. But for the size of the room, it's still pretty impressive. We're still going to get our staff members in and out pretty quickly, just not as quick as over there. So that is my guide for the best training room. So if you liked this video, if you found it useful, you enjoyed it, make sure to let me know by dropping the video a like, leaving me a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more room guides, and maybe pop across to the walkthrough playlist just to see how I get 3 stars on every single hospital. I will catch you on the next episode. Bye for now.